Welcome to our number 3 channel. This is not any less important than number 2. It's just surviving the reset. Now, if you are an organization that believes in the Constitution, if you read the Bible, heaven forbid you read the Bible. Maybe you're Jewish, maybe you're Christian, maybe you listened to the book of Luke last night. You're considered by Lucifer and his libtards a far-right conservative group that's a terrorist. That's what the FBI calls you. And this is brought to you, of course, by Noble Gold, because as the system begins to implode, you will see how very important it is to have money in gold and silver, because that's what's going to be left after the system implodes. They're planning to implode the system by June. They tried to kill Social Security last year. It didn't work. They planned on it for 10 years. We showed you the literature. Well, they weren't able to do it. We got a new king, and he said, in England, who owns the Stewart Trust of 120, 130 trillion, only they got 950 more trillion, so now the Stewart Trust is well over 1,000 trillion. And you get $1,000 a month. How disgusting these leaders are. We need to pray Lucifer off this planet. Of course, that'll censor this platform when we say that, because the people who run YouTube and Google are demon possessed. And as of the recent Twitter releases, the FBI considers censoring all the social media, which is illegal as all get out. They censor the media, so if you believe in the Bible or the Constitution or the laws of the land, you're censored. Now, the far left is called Lucifer. He's a pig wrapped in a blanket. They're demon-possessed, little head bobbing out of the blanket going blah, 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 blah. So the far left, the Luciferians, the Satanists, the ones who want you dead, are targeting emails for those who believe in the Constitution. Lucifer's taken over. He's a big, fat Lucifer, because he's going to lose. So after targeting conservatives on big tech, which is illegal, cites the shadow banning from reducing the number of individuals who see a post. So not only are the numbers reduced, they take us from 1.5 million down to 4.7 thousand, because the far left, Lucifer, is a little scaredy cat coward who lives in the astral plane. So the scaredy cat coward pig Lucifer runs every department and agency. So the U.S. Marshals, the FBI, the FCC, the FTC, the FDA, the USDA, the judges all work for Lucifer. But if you do confront them and say, where's your business license to operate in the state of Pennsylvania, USDA, they have to do a bunch of back talk. But of course, the Lucifer will support Lucifer, even though it's against the frickin' law. And don't think 45 did a dang thing, because that's when the censorship started. So, now they're targeting those who believe in the Constitution. They're actually violating the Constitution by eliminating the First Amendment, and they're violating their organic Constitution of 1871. So you can see how Lucifer is a liar, violating everything, because the government is not allowed to violate the freedom of speech under the 1871 Organic Act. So the corporation of the FBI is not allowed to do this, even though the FTC pays them money to censor. Now, of course, 45's accounts were shut down to show that he's the right wing of the left wing of Satan's murderers. When this occurred, Big Tech made a statement that they are in charge, not the President of the United States, not the Constitution, not the people. Big Tech is in charge. You can go jump in a lake. We want you off this planet. This was unconstitutional because the corrupt government was working with Big Tech on its censorship efforts to make us a National Socialist Society. Now, Hitler and Benito Mussolini were National Socialist societies. Look what happened to them. What do you think is going to happen to the United States? Exactly. They want our ruin and destruction. So the far left activists then targeted conservative advertisers. This too is illegal. So the way the libtards get advertising money is Home Depot gets $1,000 per the hammer, for a $2 hammer. because imported from that $30 hammer only costs $2 to come into the country from China or Taiwan or Vietnam or Laos or Cambodia or wherever they brought it in from. So that little $2 hammer, they sell for $1,002 and take that $1,000 and are told to advertise on libtard sites, even though they get no payback. So Home Depot puts that $1,000 on a YouTube channel that says, let's kill all Americans. So that's how the advertising works. Oh, trending, the U.S. House vote for Speaker. Kevin McCarthy loses 5 straight votes. Kevin McCarthy is the big, huge satanic priest who loves the KKK and is a creep. Now the far left communists are after conservative emails. So now they're going into your emails and blocking your emails. So I send an email out. Hey, where's my butter knife that I bought last week? And the email is seized. Now AOL is owned by the CIA. So the CIA has the right to seize all emails on AOL. But now they're after buying Gmail and everything else and blocking. Like if your social score is not good enough, you can't send an email. Now, I already don't get 3/4 of the emails sent to me. And I only get 1/3 of the calls sent to me because the CIA is told to censor me. So they destroy my freedom of speech. Now, Grassfire is an organization. I don't know anything about them. Grassfire.com. You can't go here if you type in grassfire.com because they destroy you. Grassfire was censored from sending out emails to its supporters and saying, please support it. Because Grassfire supports, I would imagine, the Constitution. Now it just supports getting money. They're doing this to BitChute. They're censored as well. So I try to put some of what I put on TV on BitChute. So number 3, part of surviving the reset is understanding that emails and social media will destroy you. They take your financial data and they sell it, just like the VA does. If I bought a toy yesterday, what I bought and a picture of it is sent to the VA, which then sells my military records around the world. So if I fly into the Moscow airport or the Beijing airport, they say, you bought a toy yesterday. Well, yes, I did. It's a real creepy crawly toy. So they know what I'm purchasing in Moscow, Hanoi, Beijing, or New Delhi. It's on the airport computer because the VA sells to the FAA. They get money for it and they get to pocket the difference and put it in their pockets. It's just one little file that's updated on a daily basis. And if China has $950 trillion to buy our insurance policies, you know these governments have tons of money. They just write it up. That's why the system's got to come down. So now they're censoring your emails, your phone calls, and whatever you post on. Welcome to the New World Order. Can we Sieg Heil yet? God bless. Thank you very much. And remember, gold and silver is outside the system. When the system comes crashing down, you'll still be able to survive. And it's time to save because it ain't too long till they're going to try to take down the system. And we'll see you bright and early tomorrow morning.